Welcome to week 7 of quarter 3. And this is a sneak peek because I'm doing this in week 6, as you can see from what's on the announcements page. But this will give you everything you need to know for the next week and how to get ready for the OGT. One of the things that's happening right now is the weather's helping us get ready. I remember spring, especially in college, that it seemed like as soon as there was nice weather, we were all out throwing frisbee instead of studying. And your frisbee days are coming, but it's kind of nice that the weather's crummy because that keeps us inside studying, right? It's more natural to study when you can't get out and do anything. I encourage you to first stop every week, go to the Let's Get It Started Here page, and you'll notice that this week for our discussion board, we are going over the OGT Bootcamp folder. There are several different recordings. You may have sat through those the first time, but it doesn't hurt to review. Go through 2 of the recordings and share out 2 things you learned while watching those recordings. Okay, then we're going to move down. This is the kind of command central here. Sorry about my phone. This is kind of command central here with everything that you need to know and everything that's due this week. So let's take a closer look. In reading workshop, because we're going to be talking about narrative or stories this week in both reading and writing, we are going to be going through the elements. This is a review of narrative. And these are all the terms that you need to know. And then there's this really crazy, kind of freaky science fiction story. Read about the author, Ray Bradbury. He's known for his science fiction. He is a scientist himself, actually. And read through this short story. And you may even want to print this page and or copy and paste it onto a Word document so that you can practice some of your annotation skills. And then there'll be a quiz. We don't have it loaded yet, but you might want to keep the quiz open as you read so that you're looking for the answers and finding the evidence. That's a key look back skill. In writing workshop this week, we're going to continue on the theme of narrative, and guess what? All of that work that you did on your SWOTs is now going to even pay back more. And this is an explanation of choosing one of the SWOTs from the last 4 weeks. If you've already written, you've probably read the prompt, did all of the breaking down of the prompt, and planned it, and then written. And if you haven't written any of the responses yet, you're going to want to look for one and choose it. But what we need you to do is to take one of the old SWOTs that you'd created and choose your favorite one, and then make it into an OGT narrative. And here's how. This is all the instructions. It shows how to take a 5-paragraph essay and make it into a story. Okay, and there's a story map. You can use these things. But mostly, if you did the final assignment or you did the writing assignments every week, then you are already well prepared to finish the SWOT, because this is a matter of just going back through something you already wrote and making it better. So I'm going to pull up the worksheet for this week. If I pull it up in the classroom, it shows everybody's names and ID numbers, so I didn't want to do that. Okay, here's the worksheet for the week. Loading slowly, here it is. Okay, you're going to copy and paste what prompt you're deciding to use, and again, you can go back through the different weeks or they're on those pages. Then you're going to copy and paste the feedback we gave you on your first attempt of your chosen SWOT. If there's no feedback, request it from us, especially if it's one that you just wrote. We may not have the feedback for you yet. And if you have not written in response to any of the SWOTs, now's your chance to start. Choose one now and put your first attempt right here in this space. Okay? And then we want you to, as you write, be mindful of that feedback and how you're trying to improve your writing. And we want you to highlight at least 3 changes you made from the first version of your story. Okay? So it highlights at least 3 changes that you made. That's important in the revision process. And then before you turn it in, this might be another thing you want to highlight in your paper. If you look at this rubric, these are how the OGT graders, and this is written in kind of tough language, but it's good stuff to look through, what they're looking for in your writing. So what we ultimately are aiming for is a prompt response that is directly tied to the prompt, that's appropriate to audience and purpose, that is well developed, has good ideas, examples, details, good organization, engages the reader, makes us interested, and that type of thing, and uses good words. Um, for 2 points worth on the OGT, this is how they'll be looking for. I'm sorry. The second category is the conventions for the Ohio graduation test, and that just means that, and you'll notice there's not anything that that's going to really nail you to the wall on punctuation and spelling, but you want to try to do your best because they will take off a little bit for grammar issues that impair the understanding. Okay? And you want to make sure that the length is sufficient because they do count off for length. Now, we're not going to tell you what sufficient length is, but obviously we want you to aim for 5 paragraphs. Okay? Finally, this week, the OGT boot camp. Like I said, there's different episodes to watch. Choose to report back in the discussion board, and then of course transfer that grade to your discussion board assignment. Have a great week. We are looking forward to seeing your work, and if you have any questions at all, let us know because we want to prepare you fully for the OGT.